Yo, you back on Room 630 Blackout, #1 talk show out in the streets, everywhere. You with your boy CL 630. He running the show tonight. We with my man TRIZZ, official 630 member in the building.
What's good, everybody? How you feeling?
TRIZZ, let them know where you from.
Yo, straight up, man. Hailing from North New Jersey. Chilling out here right now, sipping on some of that. Having a good time.
You already?
My boy Big CL 630, man, talking about are they ready for the fame?
Are you topic of discussion tonight? Are you ready to make it? Are you ready to take it to the next level? Are you ready to do it when you make it big time? A lot of people say they are. Like, it's a different world when you're doing it. And then when you get on, there's a lot of people that flop. So are they ready for it? What you think, TRIZZ?
In my opinion, I don't think anybody is ever really ready as they say. It never really is ready as they say at all, because you know, they have to understand that there's a system. Always is going to be a system. See, when you young and you in the streets and you hungry and everything, you know, you just have to do a lot at the spur of the moment. You don't really plan. You don't really have a system as to how you do things. And most individuals nowadays, you notice it's even in sports, entertainment, whether it's hip-hop music, it doesn't matter what it is. 9 times out of 10, what happens is that they forget that, you know, you're no longer in the building, and you're no longer on the street anymore, man. You got houses all over the world. You have a lot of money that has to be accounted for.
Yeah.
You're dealing with a whole different business team now. So, of course, if you have no system, the careers are only going to get shorter and shorter. And jail time is almost definite. As a matter of fact, it's pretty much guaranteed. You take a look at all the athletes, all the rappers, even singers going down right now. They're going down because they don't have a system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, they think they can just walk around in the streets, you know, with all that money, all that sports car, handing out Rolexes or whatever they're doing. Now realizing that, you know, these individuals, you know, they don't have the education that you now have from being in the game. And you're actually learning as you earn. You know what I'm saying? Most individuals, when they're out there doing it for nothing, it's a whole different program.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not even the worship of money. It's not even the worship of all the attention. It's just that, you know, they don't go for the training. They don't go for the prerequisite, you know, readings or anything that they have to do in order to prepare for the fame and make sure that they're able to switch from one world to another, because it's a whole different world. It's a whole different type of people that you're going to be meeting. If you're a single person, it's all different types of people that you're going to be dating.
Yeah.
If you're a married person, there's all types of new women that are coming around that really don't care if you're married.
Yeah.
You're not an average person anymore.
Yeah.
In most cases,
you're a superstar.
You're a bionic person now.
It's a different life.
You're expected to perform above average or mediocre level, and you're expected to do that every single night. Most individuals can't even handle the travels, just the busy work schedule.
Yup.
You know, the work schedule is very vigorous.
Yup.
You don't have time at all, you know, just to, you know, chill out with your family. A lot of people would have to be left behind. Most individuals can't handle that. You know, you deal with violence on a whole different level. It's not as simple as just calling up a few of the fellas, meeting up and doing the fist fight no more. You got people that do that kind of thing for you. You have to be able to control that. You have to be able to tell them when to move, when not to move. So this way you and your entourage don't wind up in jail.
Yeah.
You know, so in my opinion, most individuals are never as ready as they think or say.
Yeah.
They're just, like I said, they're bound by poverty, and poverty will make you say and do just about anything to get higher than the next man. Everybody poor right now, arm length from one another. Everybody want the same thing. Me personally, I like to diversify. I like to be versatile in my approach to anything professional. That's one of the things that I learned. And then, of course, you have to get a system. You have to understand that there's a way things that are done. And, you know, sometimes, you know, that a lot of individuals that's walking with you, that you think will make it to the top with you, they can't, because they don't want to adapt to the system. They want to do things the same way they've been doing it.
Yeah.
They don't understand that the work ethic also changes. There's a way that other people do things. You're letting go of a lot of creative control. Creative control. You're letting a lot of that go now, especially when they come with a contract.
Yeah.
You don't go through that with a fine-tooth comb. You have to understand that that's your new government now. It's no longer, you know, meeting up with somebody on an amateur level and just being able to be like, oh yeah, you know, we'll just link up, we'll just do it like this and whatever, and there's no contract involved. You know, stuff like that. When you have something that you actually have to sign for like 7 albums minimum, or you have to sign, you know, if you don't show, or if this certain amount of money doesn't get made, you can get sued. You know, so of course, you know, like I said, I hope that everybody is, you know, getting a lesson in what we're talking about right now, because unfortunately, sometimes, you know, waking up one morning and finding out you're hitting it big, it can be a depressing thing just as well as a pleasing thing.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, now this is when my life starts to turn all different directions, and everybody's going to have their hand out. And me personally, one of the biggest problems right now is you see a lot of young people getting paid, getting more money than they ever imagined. They wasn't even raised on money. They were raised on fun and sweets and candy and ice cream and shit like that. And now all of a sudden at the age of 15, they're multi-billionaires.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, they have a whole lot of individuals that are controlling their money and controlling their lives and basically, you know, training them like a circus animal to get out there and, you know, jump through the hoop, whether there's fire on it or not.
Yeah.
So, you know, you have to be very, very selective as far as what you're signing, who you're dealing with, how things get done. You should really get doing that now.
Quick question. What do you think about Soulja Boy? What do you think about him?
Well, he definitely had what the dance crowd wanted to hear at the time. I don't judge any of these artists on skill anymore.
Yeah,
that's just something that I've decided not to do anymore.
Because I think the game is really all
it
about. It has no skill now.
It's all about units being sold. Whatever is hot, whatever the crowd gets behind, that's what your company gets behind, and that's what you're expected to do. I mean, I'm quite sure most individuals want to hear Soulja Boy change the style up. I think he'll be very successful in doing that. But
can he do it?
Well,
it's a difference. Between
can he and is he allowed? and in my opinion, I think he could do anything he puts his mind to. That's one of the best things about young people. You know, they don't have limited mindset. They see light at the end of the tunnel all the time. But I don't think they'll ever allow it. I don't think they'll ever allow. He's on his own once he does that. You know, I hope he understands that. I hope any artist, it doesn't matter if it's even if it's Soulja Boy or whoever the hell it is. You know what I mean? They have to understand that, you know, your limitations, once you're ready to break free from those, you walk through that door alone. And once you ring that bell, you can't unring it. So, you know, it'd be good for him to get his money now.
And the artist doesn't control shit. It's the label that does.
That's right. Most individuals would take a much worse contract and actually sacrifice the money to make sure that they come out with a hot product. But it's all about, is that hot product going to sell? And then when we step into a professional realm, they don't want to hear whether it's hot or not. You may not like it. It'll be your worst song. I've seen some individuals get signed and get put into a professional situation off songs that they don't even like to do. I have a few of them myself. Songs that I just can't stand. I felt the delivery was terrible. I just didn't like the concept. It took me days to write it. And then the stuff that I could do in like a minute, it's like they just don't seem to want it. They want that smooth, or they want that party, or they want that sexually explicit. So it's like, you know, I have to be able to adjust my mode and do that. That's the game. That's the business.
Running with what the team wants.
That's right. You have to keep everybody happy. You have to see when you're an amateur, when you're not a professional, it's only about you being happy. It's only about you. But when you have mouths to feed, and you have people to take care of, and you have folks that are depending on you, you know, can you stand the test? Do you have it?
Do you have it in you? Do you have it in you?
You know, are you? How much does the duffel bag mean then? That's the biggest question. How much does it mean to you now? I mean, before, when you was just out there on the street kicking freestyles, banging on the hood of the car, and, you know, and having a great time, and y'all was satisfied with it.
You was a fun boy drinking a 40.
Back in the days, I mean, A Grammy Award was when everybody just said, "Oh," after you dropped 16. But now, now it's like, yeah, that's a hot 16 and everything, but we're not releasing that.
Yeah.
We're not putting that out.
We're not putting that out.
I'm sorry.
We need better. We need better.
Absolutely. We need you to now, show us the diversity in your style, and we need you to show us the diversity in your game or whatever it is you're doing professionally. We want you to be able to do something that's going to work every single time. And most individuals, like I said, it takes them years to do that.
And
certain
they cannot
individuals
do that.
come in the door
and by the time they figure it out, they're out the door, and the next guy is kicking them out the door and coming behind them and doing it.
Absolutely. And
but listen, we're gonna be back at y'all in 2 seconds, and we're gonna finish this up because it's getting real hot, and we're gonna bring up that secret battle that's coming to y'all in December.
Oh my God.
And I ain't gonna reveal no names, but it's coming and it's going down.
Mercy.
Because a lot of stuff has been smoking on Room 630.
And I will be your host.
You already know. We'll be back at y'all in 2 seconds.